How is it going? I hope you're doing as good as I'm doing today, because I am doing spectacular. Genuinely. This was the redemption I needed, you know? I will always put myself in the gym. I'll always stay consistent. I will always get myself doing as good and as better as I can with the energy and strength that I have in the day. But man, this was like that immediate visual progression that I really, really wanted to see. The snatches went extremely well. I mentioned it yesterday after my very awful clean and jerk session. I have realized now that I have gotten so much better with Olympic and train it more so than power, and I want to focus on it more, that starting my squat and bench days with squat and bench is making my Olympic lifts worse, because I can't put in the core strength necessary to do an Olympic lift with the full mobility, power, and explosiveness that I normally could. Because I'm always willing to sacrifice strength. That's fine, as it doesn't matter what weight you're putting up. It just matters that the intensity's there and the consistency's there. You'll always make progress in your strength, even if it's super slow. And I'm not here for the numbers. Like, I'm a strength builder, but it's okay if I don't make progress, every step is as positive as I can make it to be. So I do as well as I can. And I'm like, you know what? I put in that maximum intensity, maximum effort today, and that's what matters. And so today I got to really implement doing Olympic first on a bench day. This was the trial run to really see how it went. And it was a pause day. So today I was going to be really tired, especially doing snatches and benches in one day. And man, I had the mobility and the power for snatch that I needed. And I didn't have to sacrifice because doing my Olympic lift second on those days made me sacrifice technique. That was what was so infuriating. Is the moment it started getting hard, I couldn't hold it together anymore, and I would have to reassess everything I was doing and just eat shit for a workout. And I hate it. I mentioned it yesterday, but you gotta, when you feel like you're just gonna go to the gym just to eat shit, and you're just expecting to not do that well, but it's okay because it's normal. You gotta, change something. Do a little something different and see how it goes, and try to commit to it for a while so you can actually see where that progress might get you. And then right after, hopped on the bench, and Jesus Christ, I essentially PR'd today on accident. I put my grip literally just slightly more narrow than I normally do. I feel like I was putting too much shoulder into it the other day. And man, that little bit of narrowness, like with the Olympic training I do, I've gotten a lot more dependent on my core stability and my explosiveness in a lift. And like my foot drive and just my whole body push was just so much better. And I just felt on top of it. And there was no strain on my shoulders. It felt wonderful. And I really thought I was going to die at 295. And it was pretty easy. And I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't actually struggle on that one. I was just... yeah, oh shit. And so me, if my physical is okay, that's always number one. If my physical's good, but then my mental also is good, you got to have both, because I can always have a good mental, but sometimes your physical just might not be there with you, so you got to tone it down a bit. But my physical was there. It felt great. So if my mental was all at the best that I could do, wanting to put in that maximum effort, then I got to at least attempt that last set. I'll drop it if it feels heavy. Whatever, I don't gotta make it, but I'm at least gonna put in the best effort that I got. And I got to push it all the way up to 305 I did not hit 4. Very sad about that. The spotter grabbed it slightly early than I would have liked to. I like to see myself fail when I hit a grinder set like that. But based off my experience, I don't think I would have had it. I think I would have just sat there grinding right at that middle area and not being able to go up. Because I was very low on stability at that point. Like I said, my core was kind of done. But I had the idea that doing my Olympic lift second made the technique suffer. But if I do my power lift second, the technique is so much easier comparatively. And I have the experience for it, that I can just, I would only sacrifice my strength, which completely fine. You know, I'll make progress regardless. It'll just be slightly slower. And regardless of my expectations that I always say I try not to live by, I got to fucking crush it. You know, I genuinely did not expect it to be so much more together. It was very, very, very nice to see. So with all that being said, physically first, God damn it. Physically, shit, I'll give it a 9.4. 9.425. Fuck it, why not? I think it's like right almost there at the 9.5 mark, but just not quite. Because, again, this is my third day in a row working out, and yesterday's workout destroyed me. So it makes sense that I'm a little tired, even though I performed so well. And then, you know, after all that immediate visual confirmation of success and progression, mentally, ooh, boy, I can put that at a solid 9.65. I think that's pretty solid. You know, I wasn't like cracked out or anything. Whenever I say mentally, whenever I give myself a mentally high score, doesn't mean I'm like cracked out on adrenaline, like really feeling myself, like going crazy on the weights and pushing my very limits. It was just a matter of I had a lot more strength in the tank than I actually realized. Something I've said in the past is it's a good day at the gym is when you go to the gym and you hit the weights that you want to hit. You know, when it comes to strength building, at least, I think you have you can have an okay day if you just put in your maximum effort, and even if you don't hit the weights exactly where you wanted them to be, you know, you put in the best you had. So that's all right. You know, you did good. But like a good workout to me is when you hit the weights that you want to hit, but then an exemplary workout, that extraordinary, very rare case scenario where you finally have that little bit of strength that you couldn't have even expected to have. You know, I was willing to throw in the towel at 285 if it felt super heavy because of the new training I did today. And look at me go. I got to add a whole nother 20 pounds on top of that. And it was really close. I think next time I attempt it, I might get it. Actually, you know, let's temper the expectations, because at my next bench day, I'll be doing clean and jerks right before. So we'll see. But I'm very proud of the energy I put into it today. And like I think it's good to note how actually rare it is to experience this kind of day, because I don't want to talk about all this and like make you like put an expectation on yourself or think that you have something like that upcoming. Like, of course I always hope you do, but never bank on it. You know, these exemplary days, these extraordinary days where you're just absolutely killing it, they're not as common as everyone would like them to be. It's just how it is. You know, you can't make a shit ton of progress in one workout. It's normally a big accumulation of several okay and some good workouts, and then that one awesome, rare, immediate progression workout where you just already know that you're hitting new levels of strength. You know, right in that moment, the moment you hit that set and you sit up and you know, all the adrenaline's rushing to your head, you just, right there, you know that you made progress. And while I never bank on seeing that visual progression, it's always great to see. But typically, like I tell people, like if you want to see visual progression, look at a picture of yourself from 6 months ago. That's typically, I think, how long it takes to really see the expectations that you're imagining of yourself. And today, I picked up a weight, put it back on the bench, and I sat up and I said, shit. That was an immediate confirmation right there that I'm doing it right. So, you know, keeping it devil's advocate, you know, of course, this might not be 100% foolproof. You know, it's just been one workout, a little bit of placebo effects going on right now where I'm all excited and happy that I'm making progress because I got to see it right away. But, you know, you never know what my next squat day might bring, or my next clean and jerk day, or my next bench day, because I switch off what Olympic lifts go with the power lifts every other time I do them. So, like, this was bench and snatch. Next time will be bench and clean and jerk whenever I get to it. So, We'll see. But regardless of what may or may not happen, that shit does not matter. You know, if you're thinking about the what ifs, then you're just living in the future, and it hasn't happened yet. So you can't live there. You know, you got to just drop it and be happy with what you did today. So I'm going to take the fucking W and I'm going to give myself a large pat on the back with a mixture of like a lot of Oreo mousse that I have back at home. My girlfriend Instacarted me a lot of snacks, and I am ecstatic. And tomorrow's rest day. Ooh, I'm going to be the fattest motherfucker when I get back in the gym day after tomorrow. So, again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just me doing my thing. You never know what can happen to your lifts. So, like I said, don't look at what I do or what you think you might be capable of. Just look at what you did today and think, did this help or did this not help? And whatever answer you come to, they are both positive, because the experience alone is what makes you a better lifter. And anything you do in life, it makes you better. You know, whether you succeed or you fail, both of them will get you to a new plane of strength or progression. So do your best. Be proud of the effort you put in. You know, yesterday I felt like shit and I was talking shit about myself, but I knew, even if I didn't want to admit it in the moment, that I did well. And that is truly what matters. So do your best, you know, give yourself that credit that you actually showed up and you did the work. You're there. And just try your best to do better next time. And eventually, after all the okay workouts and some good workouts, you'll run into that one exemplary, awesome, amazing, life-changing workout. You know, as dramatic as it may seem, it happens. And you're never going to know unless you just give it that full effort. So it's rest day tomorrow, as I said. So unfortunately, you will not hear from me for a minute, but we'll be back. You know, I'm always going to keep this shit consistent, regardless of the lifts I'm putting over my head. And let me know how your lifts have been going, how life's been going, and just keep doing you, you know? Be proud that you can be who you are and do it with consistency, and hopefully through experience and faith and commitment, you can have that unlimited passion that I keep trying to spew out. You know, so, you know, I'll be back. I appreciate you listening. See you.